chapter 13 and verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Right, that's what the elder brother was just going into, those miracles, those false miracles. All right? See, the thing is, the scripture says what? The Father of lights, with the Most High, there is no variance. So when the Lord bless you, it ain't no side effect. See, when Esau do something, it's something too. Yeah, they got the ability to give sight to the blind, right? Hearing to the deaf. But you see how he's interfering with the Most High, because the Most High will plague those people with that. Yeah. See, so now that's why back to the 2 Thessalonians, it says, who oppose it and exalted himself above everything that is called the Most High.
It's gonna get so bad. Those people, they don't want that shit. They don't want the virtual shit. He gonna make it that you gonna want the virtual shit.
Yeah.
That's how bad shit gonna be. It's like, what's that movie? Damn. I watched it, man, but everybody was living in these goddamn things. They weren't even like real houses. They were like standing on top
Ready
of each
Player
other.
One.
Yeah, Ready Player One. But they was living in these shitty houses, man. They was all locked in this goddamn video game. Yeah, man. So life is gonna get so bad. People won't want to be in that goddamn virtual world, man.
Yeah.
A fake world. They already want to be in the goddamn fake world already, man.
Social
media. They went bathing. They was sit up then they was able to be a different sex and everything.
These people, they can even deal with fucking reality right now, man.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why you got them playing all. What's that? The memes. What's the name of that game?
Sims.
Sims.
Yeah.
But no, but you can do everything on there.
Yeah.
You can build a whole house and have a baby and have money.
Get married.
Have a farm. See, they preparing people for all that shit. Build your own world. So they gonna have that shit stuck to your goddamn skull. You sit right there pissing and shit on yourself. Living in goddamn la la land, man. You know? Come over here, man.
Back in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 14, it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he...
Then it says in the book of Job, it says what the deceiver and the deceiver and the deceived by he is, man. But the Most High is using them to fucking deceive all these people, man. Right? And he's fucking deceiving everybody, but really he's being deceived.
Right.
You know, the Lord is putting thought to his head to make him think he's gonna be prosperous with this shit. You know, he gonna win just the goddamn lose, man. The game is rigged, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Catch 22, you either lose or you lose.
Yeah. He trying to play a game that's already rigged.
You know? To your point, Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that the houses shall continue forever.
And the Lord about to come and blow that shit down. Come on,
It says, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound.
Right, and they trying to sharpen that image. But the image is what? The Roman system. But they're trying to sharpen it with this CHIP and this AI and really get into so where if you're not a part of it, then it's gonna be, see, the reason why it's gonna work is people gonna be under delusion, because if you're not a part of it, it's gonna be harder to participate in society.
That's like a perfect example. Like doing Rome, like say if you was a gladiator, you could fight for your freedom.
Right.
Then once they do that shit, once they bring that chip or whatever, man, you won't be able to look. They're gonna be like, look, either you in or you out. You gonna be like, well, I like to go live in the woods. No, they gonna bury your ass in the woods.
Yep.
You know?
And that's why they started doing those shows on A&E. Lost in the Wilderness.
Yeah.
Iceman. These people who are off the grid are no longer off the grid. All right, because nobody's going to be exempt from trying to be taking this thing.
No, they took this shit off. They want anybody else to get it. You know, because you got people still off the grid. You got a lot of people still off the grid.
Yep.
You know, militias and all that shit. They off the grid. You know, and Esau know where they at too. Esau gonna hunt them down.
Yeah.
Just like that movie, what's that, posted in the group.
Homestead?
Not Homestead. No, with the one who Equilibrium. But everybody that wasn't part of that system, they was getting let down. Everybody that went over they got damn shot there. They was shutting them motherfuckers down. By then, they line them up and they kill them. Same thing, bro.
They was burning all the books because they didn't want to be free thinkers. Burning books, art, you had no type of feeling.
Let's just say you had somewhere, some kind of building, y'all been set up a little spot. But they gonna enter the building, they gonna line you up. And they just gonna execute you right there, man. You know?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I believe it was in either North or South Carolina, or either one of them states, Virginia or North South Carolina. You know, because I read a lot of news, and it's hard to keep up with every single thing. But they just executed somebody by firing squad here in the States. They just executed somebody by firing squad. So that's already been passed, but now they secretly doing it, and ain't nobody telling nobody.
But the time when Jacob's trouble, it's gonna get on the spot.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It'll be like, oh, what you gonna do? Are you gonna part of the system? You're gonna be like, no, they're gonna be like, okay. They gonna already be right there lined up. They're gonna tear your ass up, man.
Yeah.
Or somebody pull up with a goddamn guillotine and you do something. Oh, let's say a spot like this, right? And everybody be watching. They pull up with a guillotine, the back of a pickup truck, a big ass guillotine, and they chop your head off right there. You know? You gotta do it like they show you in the movies. You know what I'm saying? And they give a speech. Oh, this guy, he's against the system, such and such. He's a terrorist.
Yeah.
Blase.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He wanted to see all of us die. Then they just execute you right there.
Yeah.
All right, when they pull up with a little thing with a goddamn lynching thing and hang your ass right there.
Yeah.
Portable one.
Hey,
They
they got,
straight
you
up
know,
roll up with that shit.
yeah. Hey, you know why police officers are carrying cameras on them, body cams now? Because they're going to integrate those body cams with facial recognition, and they're going to have on their arm. They're going to have a screen where everything pops up on you, man. They're going to integrate that with facial recognition. So when the camera sees you, and boom, he'll get a message. He'll be able to look at his arm and look and see your face and see what kind of crime you committed, and pursue you right there on the spot.
Public execution is going to be a thing.
Yep.
You know what? That's going to pump fear of people who haven't took it.
Yep.
You know, or who haven't, you know, whatever they fucking accusing you of, it's going to pump fear of people. They be like, I ain't go against them. Fuck that, man. They just chilling with them. On the spot. But go ahead, though.
It's one of 27 free.
Uh-huh.
The movie,
The movie.
when she was a girl, facial recognition, they tied her down, put the scanner on her, and started interrogating.
Didn't those guys, two young guys, come out with those glasses? They can look at you and they pull up all your information on you? Yeah. It's here.
Yes, like they already got cameras and shit that can do that, bro.
They do the same thing in their movies. When they roll up on a girl, they face scan. So how long have you been off the dose? Because everybody that was off the dose still felt emotions. She didn't feel no emotions. You know, they took everything off the earth. They had emotions. Paytons. Yeah, how long you been off the dose, man? Even in what was that? With Will Smith, I Am Legend. They scanned his wife at the gate.
Yeah.
She don't got it. Then they scanned her again. You know, so some people get scanned once and get killed.
Yeah.
Go ahead, though.
Hey, man, this is how oppressive the society is. I just want to say this real quick.
Go ahead.
They'll say, well, look, since niggas are getting killed, they'll tell the police, kill niggas, shoot niggas, choke niggas to death. They'll do it. And the police officers will get off. Then they'll say, oh yeah, well, police officers need body cams, right? Then they'll have the same niggas whose family they killed fucking fund the body cam. Hey, do you think police officers need body cams? Send a donation. And niggas will be sending a donation to oppress themselves even further.
Yep.
They'll pay for the whole fucking campaign.
What they gotta do is turn this shit off.
Yeah. Niggas will think, my nephew Devon won't get shot if the police got a camera on him. But that camera is gonna be to oppress you even further.
Yeah.
It's gonna be equipped with facial recognition, and then they're gonna be able to just knock you the fuck up. Do you agree with the system? Hey, this whole thing with getting your state your real ID, that's a what do they call it? That's a trial run. That's a trial run for the MOTV, man. A lot of people don't see what's happening. That's a trial run, man. But the MOTV, you got to get this. Oh, who's gonna do it, and who's gonna do it without no question? But who's gonna fight against us? They want to create a dossier of people that's not gonna do it. That's gonna be resistant, and they're gonna try to come for them. Hey, eventually they're gonna try to come for them first. You know. So everything that's being done, that you might look over little things, but it's strategic. There's always some operation going on to further their plans for us, to further their future plans for us, bro.
Precept.
Yep.
Revelation.
This, back in Revelation, chapter 13, in verse 14, it says, "Which had the wound by a sword."
No, you meant verse 16.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15, it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that."
Oh, well, that's the image. All of that is part of him being able to enforce his image. The facial recognition. Oh, you don't agree with the system? Oh, you don't get down? That's all connected to his image, what the elder was going into. That's how he gonna able to enforce it. That's how he plans on enforcing it. That it says what? That we start back to you just read.
It says, "And he had power to give life."
Yeah, he got power to give life to the image of the beast. Go ahead.
"Unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed."
Yep. That was everything that the elder was just going into. Go ahead.
Verse 16, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond."
See, gradually he calls it all. See, right now, it's subtle.
That's the word. Gradualism, yeah.
But it's quickly becoming not so subtle.
Yep.
Like the shit that Trump got in place, the shit that he's trying to do, it's quickly becoming not so subtle. It's gonna be at the threat of imprisonment and at the threat of death.
Hey, those are the two biggest factors. People can't handle being ousted from society. People can't handle not being with the internet. So a lot of people are gonna be easily given to this system. They're gonna be they're gonna be fighting in a line. You breaking line, nigga, and people gonna be getting killed in the line to get this system.
4 days.
Yeah. Nigga. But, no, I don't know what you thought you saw, but nigga, I was standing right here first. And niggas gonna be outside fighting in front of these operation bases where they giving out the MOTV. Niggas gonna be fighting in line to get it.
Yeah. Because the word.
I would say, to your point, if they did that over the chicken sandwich,
Oh man.
Yeah.
you know, how much more this thing?
Yeah.
What about the TikTok? Remember when they threatened?
Oh, that's ready to lose it, bro. Over the TikTok.
Nah, I don't know if you brothers knew.
Yeah.
When they did that, phones on eBay was selling for thousands of dollars that still had the TikTok app. They had a phone, they had phones up there, beat up phones, but they had the TikTok app 10,000, 4,000, 3,000. That gradualism, right? And then taking away certain goodies, that's all part of his craftiness. But then, like I said, it's gonna be quickly become not so subtle because there's still gonna be resistance out there.
And to your point, that's why scripture say, "Make not haste in the time of trouble." So the moment that happened, they could forked off all this money, and within about 2-3 days, it's back up.
Yep.
Because the world doesn't know how to be social. All right? People don't even know how to hold a regular conversation.
It's an addiction, bro.
Yeah, they're so addicted.
It's just a fucking addiction out here, bro.
Anytime you're in a room full of people, everybody's on their phone. When I was younger, everybody was talking. Nobody talks anymore. All right, it's all a digital.
They talk online.
Yeah. You know?
You know? That's their world.
Social skills are being increased.
You are too.
Beautiful. Shalom. On our way. No, it's a pizza. I just bought it.
Read that
Back in Revelation chapter 13 in verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on their right hand or in their forehead.
Yeah, see their right hand, right with their forehead, or like Apostle Todd say, in the left butt cheek, wherever it's at, you know, or even in your left hand, wherever it's at. Now, your forehead is your the word for forehead is metapon, right?
Yep.
So you mind looking it up? Because if I'm not mistaken, your metapon, right? This is your seat of emotions, basically where your spirit at. See Esau, all the other kingdoms. Esau is trying to do something that the other kingdoms wanted to do, but didn't have the access to do, didn't have the technology to do. See, they want to get inside you and make you do it.
Yep.
See, it's one. See, you can fake it, right? You can fake it till you make it. No, Esau don't want you to be able to fake it.
When the Lord made Esau like that, he says, "What thou art wiser than Daniel? There's nothing that can hear from me." And then the wise man and Timon.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these people that probably done made the chip or got the chip, they probably Timon.
Yep.
You know. So the Lord gave him the technology. There's prophecy. There's some sure word. So what? So and fro.
Yeah.
You know, knowledge should be increased. You know, so it was meant to be like that these last days. You know, it was meant for us to get even with us, right? Our knowledge have to increase. What? The internet. You know, brothers doing videos, brothers sharing articles, brothers going into the Hebrew, doing the hip. You can do all that. You can learn history. Like you go to Wikipedia. You can go to the Hebrew. Right? You can look up news articles. You can look up different parts of the world. What's that? What you call that? Geography.
Yep.
You got what they call it? Maps. You can look up something and you be like, oh yeah, such and such, and find out the length of the goddamn country. Yeah, the map. You know what I'm saying? The kilometers and all that shit. You know. Got airplanes. Yeah, all this stuff, man. You know, it's the way the Lord made it. You know. What's going here?
Yeah, that word. Yeah, this is the word metapon. That's G3359, and it says out of biblical usage, the space between the eyes and the forehead. When you go into the Strong's definition, it says metapon, the ops, face, the forehead, the opposite of the countenance.
The opposite of what?
Countenance.
Okay. What is it?
I'm going on to the entry. It says. Literally, the space between the eyes and the forehead. I don't see a lexicon on it.
Yeah, the brain, man. It's metapon. That's why Facebook is what's another thing they call it? Meta. Like, like we was talking about earlier, going to the museums, putting the headpiece on and going to these other worlds. That's that meta shit too.
Yeah, right. The devil is proud, right? Because the Most High gave him the knowledge. He gave him the protection. So that's why the scripture said, "With that pride in our heart, what the seed be."
Yep.
He think he got this by himself, man. Yep. You know, because we know that he's the basis of man. You know, so everything he got, you know, the Most High gave. You know.
Yep.
Even not just the Sims. Most games that come out now, you do what? You create a player. Yeah. All right. You can go all the way down to choosing which fucking cheekbones to get. You know what I'm saying?
I want to play to get a part. Never get a part.
Yeah, but they create a player, man. You know?
I got it. Greek word nerds. In the ancient world, a mark on the forehead normally involved a master-slave relationship. See, he wants you to be a mental slave. It ain't enough for you to be a physical slave. Or I was gonna say, because you can still resist mentally. Go ahead.
You go into the law, right? If you had a Israelite slave, you had a slave. If that slave wanted to continue to be your servant after those years, what did you do to him? Oh, here's his ear, you know?
Yeah, because go ahead.
Back to Revelation.
So same thing with these people, right? They'll continue to want to be that servant. To Esau, Edom, so they be like, man, I ain't going here pierce him.
You know, because you love him. Like if you got a Hebrew slave, right?
You love his dainties.
Yep. You love his dainties. you deem him because look, we Hebrew Israelites, bro. You gonna be good. You a slave. You work for 7 years, then you leave with some substance. But if you choose not to, then you like, wait a minute. You become attached to the master. You be like, well, you become tethered to him. You're like, no, I'm you joined unto him in a sense.
Oh, like when we out of Egypt, right? They was like, what about the onions in the Middle East, and the leeks and the fish? Yeah. They gonna miss that shit. When Esau like that, they gonna be like, oh man, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and get that. I ain't had no wings in a long time. You know?
Yep.
I ain't never go to the grocery store. I ain't, you know, that's them, yeah, bro. It is Egypt all over again.
Hey, a lot of the people that know they Israelites gonna fucking take it.
Yep.
Hey, it's gonna be Jake that you know that ain't really worked on their spirit like that. Out here quoting scriptures like a motherfucker. And about day 3, when the chip comes, niggas gonna be right in that line, looking stupid.
Nigga don't got a job, no food.
Nigga ain't built up no faith. Hey, all everything that he get is all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but everything he did it with his own hands. So now when he can't do shit, niggas gonna get weak, man. That's why, man, like this is the time to work on ourselves, man, and strengthen our minds, man. Cause when this shit happen, bro, it's gonna be all out disruption. It's gonna be all out disruption. Fucking devils. Anyway, man, light up on these fucking devils, man. Hey, it's gonna be all out. People. I mean, families leaving.
Yep.
Like it's gonna be all out disruption of comfort completely.
Yeah.
Bro, expect people to fucking turn on you, bro.
Hey, grab that. This is more of you that go down to Egypt for help. And what do you say? And strengthen themselves. Take counsel, but not me.
Strength of Pharaoh.
The strength of Pharaoh.
Yep.
And that's what they gonna do.
I'm there.
You know.
Yeah, that's what they did too. A lot of them got killed with the so-called jabber jab. You want to go back outside, go get the jabber jab. All right, niggas ran and got it. All right, because they missed being outside. They missed it so much. You know, that was a test run on you niggas too, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30.
I'll get the other precept y'all have right there. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 31 and verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Right, then it says that the Egyptians help, they help in vain. It's gonna be for nothing. You know, it's because really, it's gonna be for their benefit, for them to fucking enslave you. Oh, not for your own help. Oh yeah, because we just want to help you because we just love you. You know. Go ahead.
It says, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many. And in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
Right. Is that in the same where it says in their trust in you, they lean on the staff and it pierces through their hand? You know, but that's gonna happen. Them leaning on that, it's gonna pierce. But what? They gonna get pierced from what? That chip, that seal. Go ahead. No, you finish that, bro.
It says, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
Right. They're not going to think to turn to the Heavenly Father and the Son. They're not going to think that. They're going to be like, well, damn, we in a bad predicament. The Lord ain't came back. You know, they're going to be trying to pray. You niggas at IUIC, hey, that's why the scriptures say, seek the Lord while he may be found. All that Jesus shit, hey, that shit's going to be out the goddamn window, man.
Yep.
You know? Because Jesus is not going to save you. Only people that's going to be saved are the ones that's calling on Yahweh by Shemal Shai. The scriptures say what? The righteous running into that strong tower and it's saved. So if you run into that name, you make that name your life jacket. You know.
Yep.
And guess what? You're gonna be saved, man. You know. Go ahead.
It says, neither seek the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. It says, yet he also is wise and will not, and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers.
So the Lord is not gonna call back his word. You know, everything is gonna play out. And evildoers, right? The ones that's you gonna take the chip, you gonna get the show. You know? It's just that simple. You gonna take the chip, you gonna be fucking destroyed, man. You know what?
And against the help of them that work iniquity. Verse 3, now the Egyptians are men and not Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai shall stretch out his hand, and he that is open shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. It says, for thus hath the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai power spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion born.
You can stop right there. Come on there. Go ahead. What you say? I got what you quoted. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 36:6. It says, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed.
The staff represents power. You know, right? You know, trust of it. And it's broken. This system is broken. You're broken. Right? And you trust it. You know? Go ahead.
On Egypt.
On Egypt. Trust in Egypt, man. Right? Matter of fact, Egypt is what they say, that the 7 greatest wonders in the world. But they show you how much great that empire was. You know, and that's why the Lord uses such that's why the Lord uses it as a metaphor so much. Because Egypt was a great kingdom, man. Yep. You know? It's gonna fall just like Egypt, man. You know? Go ahead.
It says, whereon
the pyramids still standing, man. You know, people go there and look at those pyramids. That's something great. You know, it's some hell of a history right there. Yep. You know, them things still standing. They've been since then at the fucking beginning of the time, man.
They still trying to figure out how to make it.
Yeah.
How they made it.
These I got documentaries on them. So same thing, you can look at America as though, matter of fact, was on the back of the dollar, the pyramid.
Yep.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, those grain bins that were built in the time of Joseph are still there. That saved that country. You know, they still to this day. They got archaeologists up in them motherfuckers like this is immaculately built. Yeah, because Jacob is the form of all things.
Just like America. Yep. This is immaculately built, you know? They took a land that didn't really have nothing. Of course, gas stuff over there. But for those who know like you should build, or whatever, I'm throw that out. They built all these tall ass buildings, all these skyscrapers and shit, man. They're fucking highways. Everywhere you go is a goddamn highway. You can drive from here, from New York all the way to goddamn California on the highway.
Yeah. hey, to get to the Florida Keys from Miami is about what 200 and some miles.
Yeah.
That's when you driving over on the highway on a bridge for 200 and some miles.
Straight concrete. So this devil did some buildings. You know, but they show you, hey.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, the Lord made America great. You know.
Even like going back into the technology, everybody's phone just went off, right? So everybody already connected to it.
Call all y'all about to be outside, man. The spirit high right now. Grab your shit.
Yeah, Esau is trying to get back to that power too.
That's right.
That's why he made America great.
Yeah.
And the brothers getting too wet. The brothers come on, you know.
Yeah, they want to make America great again. And guess what? America was never great. So they pretty much just making America a hellstorm again, man. You know, DJ doing his thing, man.
Yep. Hey, wait, America was great. What they call it, Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great. Look it up. The word great.
What the Lord's doing?
Precept. Go ahead, brother. Pick it up.
2 Timothy 16 and 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot.
Yeah, they had a division, man. Go ahead.
It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden under foot.
Those that consent to know that we're in right
Esau,
on these
man.
things.
Those that consent unto them. You see what this Mark?
Yep. I had a precept.
Hold on, let me finish that. Isaiah. I call it.
Like that.
Isaiah 36 and 6 says, Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt.
See, trusted in that staff.
That is broken recall.
Reed, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand. If a man lean, it shall go. So basically, it's going to be a
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Yeah, I hope the Lord bring a tornado in this bitch. Shalom, y'all. Yeah. That wind kicked up.
Yeah.